Hello and welcome to On The Bench LFC. I hope you've all had a fantastic day as always. In today's live stream we are going to be talking about which Liverpool players are going to leave this summer. As always, I will do today's updates at the beginning of this live stream, but then I am going to be joined by Mickey and Connor and we will discuss which players we think will leave and why, and we will also be using the live comments with all of you guys that are joining us today to find out what exactly your views are as well surrounding him. So firstly, if you are a Liverpool supporter and you enjoy keeping up to date with daily Liverpool transfer news, gossip, done deals, breakdowns, all that good stuff, then consider subscribing and joining the LFC family. Shall we get on with today's news, everyone, shall we? Right, what have we got? Let me get my notes up in front of me. So, you can probably tell by the thumbnail, Shaqiri. Shaqiri could be shipped out of Anfield to raise funds for Villarreal winger Samuel Chukwueze, I think you pronounce him. I've never seen him play, everyone, but he's a 20-year-old from Villarreal, forward/right winger, from what I can tell from online. 26 appearances last season, 5 goals, 2 assists. Basically, what I'm seeing online with this today is Liverpool would entertain big money offers for Shaqiri this summer, but the cost of replacing the versatile attacker they snared for just 13.5 million last summer would probably mean that they might just stick with him rather than twist. So it's all over the place, all right, for me. Do I think Liverpool are going to sell Shaqiri this window? If we did, then I would be shocked. We've only just really signed him. He hasn't really had a chance to prove himself. I think when we've seen glimpses of him, I really like what I see. And I was kind of hoping that we do see more of him. So let me know your views on that, as always. Do you believe the rumours today that Shaqiri could be sold? Look, if a team comes in and offers massive money, then maybe Liverpool will entertain it. We don't know, but that might just be the case with a few of the players that we will talk about after today's updates. What else have we got? We will discuss that further, don't worry, once we get into the stream. Rafa Camacho set to be sold this summer after turning down a new contract. The Reds want 10 million plus for the versatile youngster. James Pearce said that today. So that's interesting. Obviously, another one of the young players that apparently, according to James Pearce, he's turned down a new contract. So yeah, looks like he will leave this window. I said this is the same with the players like Wilson and stuff, isn't it? If they're not starting to see that they've got a future at Liverpool, then they're probably going to want to, get a permanent move away from the club. There's only so much that players can look at loan moves. Some players don't mind, should I say, being on loan. Other players will just prefer a move. Today's latest over Timo Werner. A lot of you sent me the messages from today saying, what's the latest with this? Do you believe the Timo Werner rumours that we're seeing today? What I've seen and what a lot of you have seen is that Timo Werner latest, Ralf Rangnick is not sure Timo Werner will go to Bayern Munich. Telling Sport Bild, I will not be so sure that he actually ends up at Bayern. If Bayern were absolutely sure about Timo, they would have officially contacted us with a request. So this is the latest, but I've kind of been saying this on my updates to do with Timo Werner. I feel like RB Leipzig are kind of going, come and buy me, everyone. He's trying to push Werner out to everyone to either up his price, whether that's to Bayern Munich in the end or whatever. He's linked Liverpool, Dortmund and PSG, I think it was the few teams that he mentioned over the last week. And a lot of people was going off, no, he is going to Bayern Munich because something to do with he had pre-agreed to sign him or something in this window. A lot of you started saying to me, I didn't know about that, but I looked at that and yeah, I saw it, but apparently that's gone all quiet now. So we'll have to wait and see on that one, everyone, all right? I will keep you updated with Timo Werner, of course, every single day. If I see something new, I will bring it to you. Rabiot to Arsenal are the latest rumours over Rabiot today. I think people should tick Rabiot off of the list. I'm still getting messages over him, but I'm not seeing anything new about Rabiot and Liverpool at all. Apparently Arsenal and United are the two clubs very interested. As I said, he wants very high wages, 200,000 a week, I believe it is, they were talking about. So yeah, Arsenal today, one of the favourite clubs to sign him. So yeah, maybe tick him off, everyone. Liverpool have been revealed as the Premier League clubs statistically most likely to be shown leniency by referees according to new research. That was a mouthful for me. I'm not going to lie. The Reds get away with the highest percentage of fouls without being shown a yellow card or red card, say Paddy Power games. The study registered every foul committed in the 2018-19 Premier League season and cross-referenced that data with every yellow and red card. Liverpool are most likely to escape punishment after committing a foul with only 39 bookings from 315 fouls, a punishment rate of only 13%. Burnley, on the other hand, commit 360 fouls and 76 were carded. That's 21%. Watford and West Ham are similarly harshly judged by officials with 19% and 18% of fouls punished respectively. It means that this season, a Liverpool player was around 70% less likely to be shown a card for any given foul than a Burnley player. I thought this was interesting, so I put it in today's update show because I kind of feel like Liverpool are harshly treated by referees. I feel like you're watching games and it's like every tackle that the other team do, they get away with it and Liverpool shoulder barge someone and we get flagged for it. So let me know your views on that, everyone, all right? If you're not watching it live, as always, please leave a comment down below. But do you think Paddy Power are right with that one? Obviously, they've done their research, apparently. Steve Nicol believes Divock Origi will leave and should leave this window. So he believes he will leave and he thinks that he should as well. So this is interesting. He says he has to go. From a Liverpool point of view, they can't let him go until they actually have a replacement because they're pretty thin on the ground when it comes to front players, or certainly front players with the quality that is needed. Obviously, over the last couple of days, Origi has been involved in rumours saying that Barcelona may target him as well. A lot of you started sending me about that. Very, very interesting. Do Barcelona really want Origi? Obviously, he did a job on him, didn't he? So maybe. I did say that maybe Origi wasn't playing for a contract extension at Liverpool. He could have been playing to see what other teams come in for him as well. Players do try to keep their options open, but let me know your views on it. Do you agree with Nicol there? Do you think that Liverpool should be trying to sign better players than what Origi is? He's a man for me that has scored big goals for us, and I believe that he should be offered a new contract. That's my views. Let me know yours. Shaqiri names Red's biggest strength. Speaking about Liverpool's team spirit today, he said, "This is the most important thing for a big group, to have togetherness. All together, we can achieve a lot." And we saw that in the games, especially against Barcelona, we had a few players who didn't play. So we showed our togetherness is very strong. That's very important to have always, especially for this game coming up too. It gives you strength for the coming days and hopefully for the game. So I think this is really nice to see that. Obviously we all kind of see it, don't we, as fans now. There is a real togetherness amongst the squad. You saw against Barcelona, players that didn't get game time week in, week out. Origi, Shaqiri, they stepped in. They was outstanding for us to obviously play in that game and to beat Barcelona 4-0. We can't praise them enough. But obviously, with the rumours coming out about Shaqiri maybe being sold, I don't know that anyone's kind of saying to Shaqiri that he might be being sold because he's talking about the togetherness. So again, how true them Shaqiri rumours are, take it with a pinch of salt, everyone. All right. Roberto Firmino is expected to hand Liverpool a Champions League final boost by making a return to full training today, says Ian Doyle. Bobby's absent for 4 of the Reds' final 5 games with a groin issue, was given a green light to join his teammates for the first session of their training camp in Marbella on Tuesday. He has gradually built up involvement in Spain and is now ready to resume working fully with his teammates as they prepare for the showpiece against Tottenham Hotspur in Madrid on June 1st. We are getting ever closer, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting so close now. Every day, every single day, I'm getting more and more excited about it, but a bit more nervous as well, I'm not going to lie. So yeah, it's good to see Bobby's getting back better, everyone, and getting back to the real training sessions. This is something I found online today as well, which I thought it was interesting and bring to your attention. It's a bit of a mouthful again, so bear with me, everyone. This is something from The Guardian's David Conn. Finances of Liverpool revival. This is basically how he put it. TV income up 66 million principally from the run-up to the Champions League final in 2018. Although the 56 million increase in wages was also attributed to the Champions League, presumably players' bonuses. Club then spent a net 181 million signing players last summer. US owners FSG had 10 million of their loan repaid. So it's kind of, he was summarising the club's finance situations. And obviously, a lot of people was going off what the BBC reporter had said recently, saying that Liverpool didn't have a lot of money to spend this window. And then you're seeing that today, and you're thinking to yourself, if it's true that obviously the owners only paid off 10 million, a lot of people are starting to question now Liverpool's financial situation this window. Then people are worrying because we was only targeting Cruz on a free, players such as that. And you saw the names like Fraser being thrown in there. I still think don't panic on it. Liverpool are earning a lot of money, especially with our season again this year. I just wanted to add that today, everyone, because it's a bit of statistics that's been brought to attention. It's not highlighting everything to do with Liverpool financially, but it's something that if you like stuff like that, I wanted you to know about it if you hadn't seen it. Jamie Carragher agrees with my view on the Champions League. He didn't personally say, I agree with Daz from On the Bench LFC, but do you remember I said about Liverpool aren't scared of Tottenham Hotspur in the final, we're scared of losing to them? Jamie Carragher says this today. He says, something I saw on social media I thought perfectly summed it up, how everyone's feeling. Liverpool fans don't fear Tottenham, they fear losing to Tottenham. That's what it is. You're thinking, oh my God, if we got beat, English teams from our own country, the media, everyone, Spurs fans, whatever it may be. So even Jamie Carragher is saying it does come down to, we're not scared of Spurs in the final. We really just don't want to lose to them, do we? So yeah, I thought that was good to see that Jamie Carragher is on the same wavelength as us fans. Coming into the day, he is a Liverpool fan as well, isn't he? As many as 6 Premier League teams are thought to be eyeing a move for Wilson now. So obviously the player, we've spoke about it the last couple of days, he's in high demand, and with 6 at least Premier League teams looking at him, is it growing ever increasingly that Wilson might just leave Liverpool this summer on a permanent? Of course, after I do the update today, we are going to be talking about which Liverpool players we think are going to leave. Connor and Mickey will be joining me, so stick around on the live stream for that one. And we will be talking about Wilson as well, because he's a big name, isn't he, with a big question mark over his head. Leverkusen set to rival Liverpool for Cruz. Obviously, we were talking about Maxi Cruz. Some rumours today over that, but we just have to wait and see what happens with him in general. He's going on a free. He's 30, I believe he's 31-year-old. Some people say that he's a very good player that watch him. Some people say he's good in the air, but as I said previously, I don't watch him much. I don't know too much about him, but if Liverpool are interested in him, now it looks like Leverkusen are going to try and rival us as well. And obviously I said on the other day's update stream that Bayern Munich are looking at him. So a few teams want him. Happy birthday to Joe Gomez. It's Joe Gomez's 22nd birthday today, so honourable mention for him in this one. Obviously, if I do come across that it's one of the Liverpool players' birthdays, I want to shout him out on a live stream, just for whatever reason, in case they stumble across it. Not that they're going to. Asensio. A lot of you people still kind of sending me messages and about, can we have updates on this player? Asensio keeps cropping up. I don't personally feel like I really have to do too many updates when it comes to Asensio. Asensio has spoken about Madrid. Today I saw some quotes on it, and it does sound very much like he is thinking about staying there. A lot of people online are saying the same as well. So anyone that's feeling like they want Asensio at Liverpool, at the moment as it stands, I don't see anything to Liverpool for me. Just a quick brief mention there for that one. Liverpool finding it hard to organise a friendly ahead of the Champions League final. Here is what James Pearce had to say on that. Liverpool are trying to find a suitable opponent for a behind closed doors friendly in Marbella this weekend. Weary of the 3-week break between the end of the Premier League season and the Champions League final, manager Jurgen Klopp is keen to ensure that his players retain match sharpness ahead of the showdown with Tottenham in Madrid on June the 1st. However, organising a game at their Spanish training camp has proved problematic, with most European teams already on holiday following the end of their domestic duties. Liverpool approached a number of Dutch clubs, including AZ Alkmaar, but they weren't able to accept the offer. If the Reds can't find senior opposition, then they are likely to line up against a local academy side. So that's not the best, is it? If Liverpool want, an adequate team to play against in a friendly, it doesn't sound like they're going to get it at the moment. So let me know your views on that, ladies and gentlemen. As always, if you're not live, leave a comment down below. Yeah, not the best news there. But we move on. Depay, Memphis Depay. The latest rumours suggest Liverpool have contacted Lyon over signing a player, and Lyon want 35 million for him. So we saw this today, but there's no evidence to it, right? I'm just going to throw that one out there. Again, I've seen no evidence about this. I haven't seen the links. I haven't seen, quotes from Leon Ullus. I haven't seen quotes from the managers involved in this, or Liverpool, anything along them lines, all right? So you know that I always go for evidence in them scenarios. This is something that I did update you guys on 3 or 4 days ago, that apparently Liverpool had inquired over signing Depay. Again, when it comes to anyone that we're linked with, any transfers, I believe we're not going to know anything, not going to see anything until after the Champions League final. Are Liverpool going to act on signing any players till after the final? Probably not. The only way that we possibly would be if we really want a player and there's a chance that he might go to another club before the Champions League final. But let's face it, if Klopp really wants someone, if they want Liverpool and they are willing to go to another club anyway, are they the right type of player for Liverpool? Probably not. So that's the latest with Depay today, is that Liverpool have apparently contacted him. What we do know is that Liverpool have been scouting him. We've scouted him a couple of times from what we've seen online. So we just have to wait and see what happens there. Honestly, Depay, for me, there's a funny feeling about it that Liverpool like the look of him. But it is just a funny feeling from a Liverpool support. I'm not anyone in the know. I've got to point it out to anyone that might be new to the channel, because I still do get comments on the live streams afterwards saying, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 this and all that. I'm not anyone in know. I just talk about what's out there in the latest rumours and stuff like that. And then I dissect it and I talk to the Liverpool fans on this channel and get your views as well. Okay, so anyone that reckons they know what's going on with Liverpool at the moment, they really don't. Honestly, Liverpool have kept it behind closed doors since the Van Dijk stuff, and they've been very good at doing that. I believe that's the right way as well. What else have we got today? West Ham goalkeeper Adrien as a backup goalkeeper. What's your views on that, everyone? That's kind of been thrown out there today. There's not much involved in it, but I've seen it today, so I just want to get your views on it, basically. There's nothing, again, to suggest anything to do with this, but just a few little rumours, and I just really want to hear what you've got to say on it, really. Obviously, yesterday's stream, I said it looks like Liverpool have signed that young Polish goalkeeper. He's very young, 200,000, so he's not a Simon Mignolet replacement. But if we do target someone like West Ham's goalkeeper as a backup, then yeah, that makes sense that then Mignolet leaves and he comes in. So yeah, just let me know what you think on it, everyone. What else? Also, Liverpool Echo believe it's unlikely that Liverpool will move for Felipe Anderson this summer. Did anyone actually think that Liverpool was going for him anyway? That was definitely, I had to put that in the updates today, but not many of you was actually saying to me, Daz, are we actually going for him? So I don't think a lot of you was really looking at that one, to be fair. But Liverpool Echo has said we're not going for him anyway. So whether you believe the Echo or not, some do, some don't. I just thought I'd update you on that one. Right, Fan Dabby Dozy. I believe that's all of today's updates, everyone. Hope you're all very well. Thank you for joining me, everyone that is in the live chat. Hope you've had a fantastic day. And obviously, this is a point for anyone that might be watching it back, that the updates are done, rounded off. If you're just joining live now, then don't forget you can scroll the bar back to the beginning to find out what's gone down with Liverpool today. How is everyone? I will be getting Mickey and Connor in fairly soon, guys, to talk about which players we think is leaving as well. Michael Dunzing, Connor and Mickey's in the building. Pierre, Toblias, welcome to the live stream, everyone. Live stream. Cop Kid as well. Good to see you. Hero, Liverpool Football Club. Hero says we got to keep Harry Wilson. Need a Welsh player in this team. I would love to see Harry Wilson stay if he's going to get a chance in the team, if that makes sense. Raiden says, do you see Pepe Reina back next season, Daz? I would love to see him back, Raiden. I really would. I like the thoughts of it. He speaks highly of Liverpool, says that Liverpool feels like home, has always been home to him. So it would be good, wouldn't it? But some people are saying that he would demand too high of a wage. Would he really demand more wages than maybe West Ham Adrien that we're being linked with? I don't know at the moment, but look, it would be good, wouldn't it? Duncan says, hey Daz, thanks for the updates. Hope everyone is doing well. Really enjoying the channel chat and live stream. Thank you so much, Darkness. And yeah, hope you're good today, my friend. Good to see you in here. Love the channel. Thank you for your hard work. Joshua, you're very welcome. Love to get your views on everything Liverpool related. Nigel's in the building. Good to see Nigel. Easy as well. Good to see Easy Scotty. Press, yo Press. Ryan says, just ordered the black goalkeeper shirt while humming, you are beautiful. I love that. Where did you get it from, Ryan? Because me and my missus are trying to get one for me, and apparently it's sold out everywhere online, so let me know if you could. Obviously, don't forget, everyone, I do watch a live stream back, so if I miss your comments, I will be able to see what you say afterwards. Hey, mate, says Nightlife. Hey, good to see you today. Royston says, hi, Daz. Hi, Royston, mate. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Globbit says, I don't understand how Brewster is going to be amazing, given he's so inexperienced yet, so I'm not happy for Wilson to leave. Are people happy for Wilson to leave, mate? I think the general gist of what I've taken for it is that people kind of want Wilson to stay. But with the Brewster scenario, I think, I feel like Klopp's given Brewster some assurances because we're light in the striking area, aren't we? So that's kind of where my head is at over Brewster. But when it comes to Wilson, I really don't know, mate. I don't know. Does Wilson stay? I think people are just saying that they would take a big fee for Wilson, but I think a lot of people want to keep him. Dad Sports Direct have the Goldie shirt. Thank you so much, Stephen. I will get the missus onto it. Thank you, everyone, for that. You think Keita will play in the final? Shadow? No, I don't believe he will. Obviously, he's with the lads on the warm weather training session for this week, but he's just continuing his progression, basically. But it doesn't necessarily mean that he'll be available for the Champions League final. We'll have to wait and see, but I don't think Liverpool will want to risk him, to be fair. Bonjour, Daza. How's it hanging? Bonjour, Lubac. Je m'appelle Daza. Où habites-tu? Wilson should go on loan to a Premier club. Yeah, if the loan deal's on the table, then I'd be happy to see Wilson go on loan again. Does he take that? Chris says, Connor, what do you think of the away kit? There's that rumour, isn't there, about the blue kit online. I hate it. I can't see Liverpool being in blue. Some are saying it could be just the goalkeeper kit for it, though. Liverpool being in blue, no way can I see Liverpool playing in blue. Ryan saying, Sports Direct, guys, they order them in for you. Takes about 3-5 days. Thank you so much, Ryan. So yeah, if you're after the goalkeeping black kit, Sports Direct seems like the people to get it right now. I'm after one myself, so yeah, thank you so much. This means more, says Valkyrie. Indeed, good to see Valkyrie in here. Rizla says, hey Daz, Navigator will come good next season. He has such elegance and fitness on the ball. He just needs to get used to the pace. What do you think? I believe so, Rizla. I believe so. I think he's a very good player. I liked that Liverpool signed him. Yeah, we haven't seen the best of him yet. Sometimes it does take a bit of time, doesn't it, for players coming in from abroad. You've got to think it's not just about the football, is it? It's not just about being on the pitch. It's personal life, moving to a different country. God, without even playing football, it would take me a couple of years to get used to living in a new country, let alone these players just upping and moving, and then they've just got to perform at a really high level on a pitch. And that is part of why they are professional footballers, because some do it really quick, some do it really well, and others it does take a bit of time. And I'm hoping that Kate is one of them players that next season he will kickstart it. I will never live it down if Liverpool lose, says Pierre. No, none of us will, mate. None of us will. Never in a million years. Liverpool would be dumb enough to have a blue kit, says Copman. No, I do not want to see that. Stephen says, Daz, you look like Alisson. Another person I look like. When I had the big beard, people said I look like Alisson. But yeah, I've had my ears lowered today, ladies and gentlemen. Went and got my haircut. It's my birthday tomorrow. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't know why I'm celebrating that, because it just means that I'm getting older and the greys are creeping in. I like having my haircut because it means you can't see the greys as much, but the greys are coming into the beard as well, everyone. God, what's going on there? James Rodriguez on the radar, says Pierre. I haven't seen anything about that, Pierre. I haven't seen anything. A good player. So yeah, if that crops up, then brilliant. Daz, your energy is good, says Rizza. Thank you so much, mate. I try to be a bit more energetic on the streams as well. You know, sometimes in real life, you know what it's like. You just sit there a bit quiet sometimes. But when I come on the streams, I'm like, yes, I'm speaking about Liverpool with my fans, with all of the Liverpool fans around the world. So there's something to be energetic about. You know what I mean? Happy birthday for tomorrow, Daz, says Wayne. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you to all of you for the happy birthday. Nigel gave me a £10 donation. How did I miss that, Nigel? Thank you so much for that. That's massive shout out to you. He says, happy birthday for tomorrow. Daz, you legend. Have a little something on me, bro. Wow, thank you so much, Nigel. I really appreciate that. I never expect the donations, but I will do, mate. I might treat myself to a little cake or something. You never grow up really, do you, lads, eh? Daz, do you have any Liverpool tattoos? I don't, Rizla. I don't at the moment. I'm considering it, though. I'm considering it. Daz, I'm 30 and agree with Greys. Got to have that trim. Ross, yeah. I'm 31 tomorrow, so the Greys are creeping. Daz, you need to grow the beard again, says Liam. Yeah, I'm growing it out a little bit, everyone. I'm growing it out a little bit. Liverpool, love never fails. No, indeed. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Thanks, Prez. Thank you to everyone that's saying happy birthday. Shall I set Skype up, everyone, and get Mickey and Connor in so that we can discuss the Liverpool outings this window? That's the main topic for this live stream. And then obviously, even though me, Mickey and Connor will be discussing it, I want to get you lot in the live stream asking questions, and we will look and see what questions you're asking as well, and get your views heard as well. People that watch the live streams back, they'll be reading your comments. Obviously, that's why I have the live chat up that side on the screen, so everyone gets to watch what you say about it all as well. Seth says, happy birthday. Thank you so much, my friend. Tybox says, hi, Daz. Players leaving: Lallana, Shaqiri, Moreno, Lovren, Kent. It would be Griezmann back up for Virgil van Dijk. Big shout out to you, Tyback, mate. Thank you for letting me know your views on it. Darkness says, Daz has no LFC tats for now, but just wait, he's going to get Klopp on his bum. Everyone keeps bringing it up. I never said I was going to do that, did I? What is that all about? You know, if I'm going to get Liverpool tattoo, surely you lot want to see it. I definitely would not be getting me bum out on a stream, would I? Talking with Jay. Good to see you in here, mate. He says, Daz, to get your Neville Clyne across his forehead. Oh, dear. God, can you imagine, eh? Can you imagine? As much as it would be lovely, it would also be awful. You Neville Clyne right on the forehead. Oh, you know, some people would do it though, wouldn't they? Right, Skype is set up there. Connor, if you want to call me first, Connor, if you're obviously watching, you give me a little tinkle first, and then I will add Mickey to it as well. So Mickey, Connor, if you're ready, get ready, ladies and gentlemen, for them too. Raiden says, bye, Daz. Goodbye, Raiden, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've had a fantastic day, and I hope that it is still good for the rest of it. What's your opinion about Memphis Depay rumour? Nicky, the latest Memphis Depay rumour about us approaching him, 35 million. There's no evidence to it, but I saw this a few days ago, and I said to you all on the live stream then, I said that I think we're really interested in him, and we just have to wait and see till after the Champions League final. We've been scouting him from what we can tell online, but we would have scouted a lot of players as well, but it's something that we need to keep an eye on, I think, with Depay, everyone, for me. Liverpool Football Club says, Skype. Daz, can we all come round to yours to watch a game? Liam, can you imagine that? Everyone around mine to watch a game one night? God, that would be mental, wouldn't it? My neighbours wouldn't appreciate it. I'm trying to be a bit more quieter at the moment because I think they're moaning about us. Daz looks 12. Satisfied. I look 12 with a haircut. Thanks. I love that. 31 tomorrow. Look 12. I'll take it. That's not bad, is it, when you're going into your 30s like this? I've just joined the live stream. Shaq isn't leaving his eat, Leon. I don't think he is. Connor's calling. We'll talk about it in a second. Hello, Connor, my friend. How are you?
Hello. How is everyone?
I'm very well. Hopefully the live stream are all very well as well. All the notification squad. Let's try and get Mickey to join, shall we? I think hopefully Mickey's online as well on Skype. Yes, he is. Let's add Mickey to the call in. So yeah, obviously the topic of today, Connor, as I said before the live stream, is players leaving Liverpool this summer. So we'll be definitely getting your views on that. The topic of today, Connor, as I said. Hello, Mickey, mate. You all right?
Fantastic, thank you.
Good. There we go. Team bench. We're all back together on the live stream. Right. So, do either of you have a preference as to what player you want to talk about first? Which players you think are going to leave? Shall we do it player by player?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, Mickey, you down with that?
Yeah, I'm down with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, shall we start with a couple of the ones that look obvious, to be honest? So let's start with Moreno. I'll go to you, Connor, first. Moreno, likely to go, mate, isn't he? He's definitely gone. His contract's up. We're not going to see Moreno again, are we?
No, we're not. I think no offence to James Milner, but if James Milner's starting a left back in front of you, and he's not even a left back, I think, yeah, you're done at the club. I think we've known this for a while. I think that the rumours to Lazio and Barcelona have been the main topic for him over the last 2-3 months. And yeah, I just think he's definitely gone from Liverpool.
Yeah, I agree. Mickey, what's your views over Moreno, mate? Do you see him going to Lazio?
I don't care where he goes, as long as he goes. You know my thoughts on him.
Yeah, Mickey's not a fan.
The further away from Liverpool he goes, the less penalties we'll give away. Simple as.
Yeah. My overall views on Moreno was he just defensively, he wasn't the best for us, was he? And it made such a big difference, when Robbo come in. So, he's not going to be one of the players that we're talking about leaving this window that is going to have a major effect on us, is he? Let's face it.
I agree with that, but I feel we do need to get a specialist left back in to cover, whether that's a younger kid or a Premier League player that's probably not better than Robinson, but good enough to step in when Robinson's injured.
Is there anyone that comes to your mind there, mate, when you're thinking about that? Someone that, wouldn't demand first team football that could come in and do a job?
Well, any player that joins Liverpool would eventually want first team football. To me, I'd look at the academy. I think we've got a lot of good players in the academy that can play left back. Yeah,
definitely. Connor, is there anyone that you want to kind of go for a left back that might possibly come in this window?
I agree with Mickey. I think we need to look at the academy. I think Jurgen Klopp is a big fan of Adam Lewis, so I think he'll be pushed up, and maybe we'll learn from Robbo. And plus, we still have James Milner that can always play there as well.
Yeah, definitely. Tobias says Wilson at left back. God, we will keep him, and he will play left back for us when Robbo is out. Ben Chilwell maybe, says Danny. Obviously, Ben Chilwell is a very talented player, but I think you said it before, Mickey, didn't you, that he wouldn't really want to come in and play a bit part at Liverpool, would he?
He would be an ideal signing, but I don't think he'd join on for the simple fact is he'd want to be first choice. Ben Chilwell is one of the best left backs, English left backs there is in the Premier League. Would he be happy to be second fiddle to Robbo? I don't think he would.
Yeah, I agree. V is saying Sessegnon as well. I see a few shouts for Sessegnon in there. Obviously, a name that we've all been saying about and linked with and talking about on his channel quite a bit. A couple of clubs that are being rumoured with him at the moment is your likes of Manchester United and Spurs. So we'll have to wait and see where he does end up going. Boyhood Liverpool fan though, so does he ever come to Liverpool and maybe plays a left wing, left back role for us one day? We shall see on that one. Right, let's move on. Daniel Sturridge contract, same situation as Alberto Moreno. There was rumours that come out, it was within this week, I think, where people started sending me messages saying Daniel Sturridge might stay this summer. So Connor, firstly to you, mate, is Daniel Sturridge going for you this window, or do you believe some of the rumours that he might stay?
All I'm going to say is thanks for the memories, but Daniel Sturridge is going.
Yeah.
I think that he's too injury prone, and I think that Divock Origi is miles away from him at the minute. I think we need to maybe bring someone in. I think Brendan Rodgers will snap Daniel Sturridge up straight away, or he'll go to the MLS.
Yeah, it does make sense that he goes to a different league away. Mickey, what's your views on Daniel Sturridge?
When he was fit, I don't think there was a better finisher in the league at that time. Even though we had Suarez, I thought Sturridge was a better finisher. He played amazing. He started getting him injuries again that he had at Chelsea. And we know that goal against Chelsea this season, he can score screamers, he can play well. But is he the same player? Has he lost a bit of pace? And I'm hearing big rumours that he's going MLS because he spends a lot of his spare time in America, and his girlfriend's American as well.
Yeah, so likely that will be the destination for him in that scenario then. Good to see Anthony Harris join us in the live stream. Good to see you, mate. Nicholas says, yes, Ian Quinn, Tierney. So people still talking about the left back, talking about players for that as well. Lucy's in the building. Good to see you. Luback says Sturridge out, Moyes, Keane and Werner in. So Daniel Sturridge obviously leaving the club. Do you think that Klopp is looking at Brewster as Sturridge's replacement, or do you think that Liverpool are looking at the likes of Timo Werner in the summer, or maybe even another player that we're not talking about? You've got Cruz as well on a free. Connor, I'm going to ask you that first. Who do you think is going to replace Sturridge when he leaves?
I think Ryan Brewster is a good option for Liverpool, and he's definitely one for the future with the amount of talent he's got. But maybe what Klopp is thinking of bringing someone in. Obviously, the Timo Werner rumours are there, and obviously other people. But if we was to start next season with Firmino, Origi, and Brewster, would that really be the worst 3 strikers to have? I think it's pretty good as it is.
For me, I feel like you have to have 4 strikers in your team. But I have an old way of looking at it, because when I was growing up, a lot of teams played with 2 strikers. Now Liverpool, obviously with our system, it's basically like you have 3 strikers, the 4-3-3. So it's very difficult to say how many strikers you have at the club, and you've got to look at Mane, Salah. They can play up top as well, so it is hard to tell how many you need at the club and what players can play. I think Klopp is looking at a versatile player. If we do sign someone, maybe that could play anywhere in a number of the front 3 positions. Mickey, what's your views on it, mate?
Well, first of all, I'll bring in Brewster. Brewster will be the direct replacement because he's going to be happy to sit on the bench and bide his time. He's got plenty of years ahead of him to get into the side. I feel if he gets a good run of goals and games, he may even displace one of the front 3 or move Firmino back into attacking midfield, because we now know with Chamberlain coming back, the formation may change a bit again. We'll play with more of an attacking midfielder. So we've got that option. I feel Cruz isn't a replacement for Sturridge. He's more of a second fiddle to Firmino, because I've seen a bit of homework on him because I didn't really know much about him, and he's a very similar player to Firmino. He's the number 10 role. So I've been hearing rumours that Liverpool don't really want to spend massive money on a player they're going to put on the bench. So if we are going to sign someone, it isn't going to be someone for 60 and 70 million.
Do you not think with that, though? Because this is where my head is at. If you're moving forwards and going in the right direction like Liverpool are, you sign a player that can push one of your first teamers to the bench, and it's a part of a rotation, isn't it? So it's a weird one, unless Klopp is literally just looking at someone that is not really going to ever really play for Liverpool and just there as a backup. So, Connor, what do you think on that? Do you think Liverpool are looking at just players that, for if we ever need them for 1 or 2 games?
I think it's hard to say, really, because I think you have to look a little bit to Manchester City and what they did last summer, just gone, and they only made 1 signing for the bench, and that was Riyad Mahrez, and they ended up paying their club record fee for him. So I think to improve this Liverpool side, even from the bench, I think you have to spend at least maybe 40 million, but I agree with the sense. I don't think we'll be spending 60, 70, 80 million on a player this summer.
Yeah, 100%. Gabriel's joined, says hi. Good to see you, Gabriel. Thank you for joining us. Lucy says hi as well. Lucy, big shout out to you. Dirty says just get Pepe. Obviously, Pepe is a player that's linked with us. Free Nippo says hi. Good to see you in the live chat. Thank you for joining us. Hi to you. Leon says even Werner. Obviously, Werner's one that we are being linked with. We're speaking about regularly on this channel and keeping everyone updated as much as possible. But so we'll move on from Daniel Sturridge anyway. Wilson, big question mark over Wilson. Does he stay? Does he leave? Connor, for you first, has Wilson got enough talent to break into Liverpool's first team? And be honest with that. Do you think he's good enough to break in and get games next season for Liverpool?
To break into the first team, probably not. To be a substitute player, yes. I think he's proven at Derby this season that he has got quality. But does he do you swap him out for Mo Salah? No, you don't. Do you swap him out for any of the front 3? No, you don't. So it's more of, do we maybe create him into a midfielder, and maybe that he could be our creative midfielder? That's a possibility. But as far as the front 3 goes, he doesn't get into that at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, Colin says Wilson needs 2-year loan contract away. So if we put him on a 2-year loan move with maybe, I don't know. I just can't see him going on loan again. Mickey, what's your views on Wilson? What's going to happen with him this window?
Oh, I feel when Liverpool made him sign that 5-year contract last season and then loaned him out straight away, they were looking to big sell on. The old Chelsea thing where they bring the kids through, sign them 5-year deals and then sell them for big money. I think they're looking at 25 to 30 million on a player that cost us nothing. It's a business. What we've got to remember is we're all fans and we love the club and we want it. But we've got to remember is the owners don't see it like that. To them, it's a business. And that's part of the business now.
Yeah, we do get attached to certain players, don't we? Especially when we're seeing them mature as players at Liverpool. We see him go out on loan. We're like, you see the goals that he scores, you see clips of him, and you think, wow, what a player. Hope that he can do that for Liverpool. And then Liverpool sometimes, like the situation with Wilson, end up selling them, and you're like, really? I said it before. I hope that if we do sell Wilson this transfer window, then we put a buyback clause in there. So, Connor, for you, one word answer. Is Wilson being sold, yes or no, this summer?
Yes.
Thank you.
I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that, but yeah, I think he'll go.
I know. Mickey, are you yes as well for that?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much over that one. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, in the live chat, even though you don't want Wilson to go, do you believe that Liverpool will sell Wilson this summer? Nigel says 191 in the chat, but only 64 likes. Please press the button. Yeah, please. If you're enjoying what we're talking about today and the updates at the beginning, please hit the thumbs up for us, and it really helps the channel and helps us grow. So thank you to those that have already. Ron says, so only Millie and Robbo at left back if we get injured. This is what LFC need to sign to cover all weaknesses that we can get exploited by injuries. I think Gomez can play it as well, Carney. That's kind of where my head is at with it, Ron. But I do feel like maybe Liverpool are looking at left back this window for me. That is where my head is at with it. Grujic. Now Grujic for me, I'm going to go to you first, Mickey, on this. But Grujic for me is a very, very talented player. I like him, and I think he was very good going forwards. And I think Klopp sent him away to mature his game and to get better defensively. I remember reading some things about it at the time, and that was a part of his game that he said that he had to work on as well. What do you think is going to happen with Grujic? They want to keep him. Is he going to go on loan again? Is he going to be sold on a permanent? What's your views, Mickey?
Well, I'm sure the current club he's on loan at are trying to sign him for £40 million. So I feel it's the same as Harry Wilson. Again, brought him for a small fee, put him in the youth team, then sent him out on loan a couple of times, made him sign a new contract, get big money for him. I think £40 million is the quoted fee. That's an amazing bit of business. And like I said, we're going to have to get used to this, buying young players thinking, oh, these are going to be great for us in the future, and then moving on a couple of years later for big fees. Yeah,
it's especially with the more talent that Liverpool add to the youth setup as well. We will see that more throughout the years to come. Connor, what's your views, mate? Do you think Grujic will go for 40 million? Do you think he might go for less? Do you think Liverpool are going to entertain, a permanent move for him?
I think he can easily be sold for 40 million. Like what Mickey said, he signed a contract, and these days contracts, like the price go up madly. But I think Liverpool will keep him this summer because there needs to be a number 2 for Fabinho. Because we all know Jordan Henderson's not playing the number 6 role ever again for Liverpool because he is so good at the number 8 role. He's a good option to play the 6, but like we've all seen since he's moved to that, he's anywhere near Fabinho. And I think Marco Grujic playing in the Bundesliga this season has shown his defensive work, and he's shown how good he can be. And I think if he can transform that into the Premier League and for Liverpool, I think he's a perfect number 2 for Fabinho.
Yeah, I love that. So I'm just looking at the live chat as we're obviously talking, and Lucy saying it's good business. We paid 8 million, didn't we, for him? We didn't pay much for him, and if we was to get anywhere close to 40 million, then as Mickey said, it's the sort of thing that Liverpool are going to be looking at business wise, is to do that. Northred says no to Bale. That's kind of random on this one, but people was leaving a comment on the Gareth Bale live stream yesterday, but in no way, shape or form do I think Gareth Bale is ending up at Liverpool, basically. All right, just from some of the comments, people was like, why do you think Bale's coming to Liverpool? I don't. All right, it's just the rumours, and we talk about it. We just talk about it, basically. But yeah, I just wanted to answer some people there because of the Bale comment. You need your spanner taken away, says Red Miss. I don't know what's going on there, but please, if you've got a spanner, don't misuse it, basically. Valkyrie, what's wrong with being Welsh? I don't know what's going on in live chat, but anyway, let's move on. Please behave in a live chat, ladies and gentlemen, or just ignore someone if they're being naughty. Kent, obviously we know very much what's going on with Kent and Rangers, and Steven Gerrard wants him back there for another year. I think I read somewhere the other day that Liverpool would like around 12 million for him, and Rangers just want him on loan. I think if Liverpool do sanction a loan move for Kent, it will be with the intent to maybe buy him at the end. What's your views on that, Connor?
I think, was he named Scottish Young Player of the Year?
Yeah.
I think that is shown how well he's done at Rangers, and I think Steven Gerrard wants to keep him there. And I think I did read as well that if maybe they loan him back, the price will be lowered for staying there an extra year on loan. So I think that would be possibly the best deal for Rangers, but not the best deal for Liverpool. I think at the minute, the price tag on him is 15 million. So I would sell him for that, but then will Rangers pay it? That's really the debate.
Yeah, I don't think they want to pay it at the moment. Looking at it, that's probably why they are trying to get him on loan. But Gerrard's obviously a massive fan and knows that he can really help him again next year. Mickey, what's your views on it, my friend?
We need to think the Scottish League money situation is really poor. 15 million is like us paying 70 million for a player for them. It's priced them out. They've actually said that current money is priced us out. So I believe he will be sold in the summer, but not to Rangers. But I have if anyone from the club's listening, let's do a swap deal for Morelos. Yeah, I like that striker. I think he's very much Suarez-like, bites and battles and scores brilliant goals. So maybe that may be a thing we look at. And he'd be a great backup striker. Possibly.
Let us know your views on that, everyone that's live. And if you're not live, please leave a comment down below on obviously what Mickey just said there. Would you take him? Don't forget that if you are in the live stream, then please hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying the live content at the moment. The 150 like target is what we always try and achieve, and you lot have been smashing it so far. If you are a Liverpool supporter and you enjoy content like this as well moving forwards, then please consider subscribing to the channel and having your say as well. Get involved in the live streams, leave comments on the videos, and don't forget that you can call in on shows as well. I do take call-ins on different shows as we go through. Right, so I think we all agreed that Kent does look likely that he possibly goes on loan then back to Rangers next year. Did both of you agree on that?
No, I said sold to somebody else.
Oh, sold. And Connor, you think loaned?
Yeah, I think loaned, and then he'll be sold next summer.
Right, brilliant. Thank you very much, lads.
That's where you go. I think Leeds United will buy him.
You reckon Leeds?
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay, well, we'll have to keep an eye on that, everyone, and see what actually does go down with that. Right, moving on. Adam Lallana. So this is a very, very tricky one because a lot of people are saying his time at Liverpool is up. We've seen the recent rumours suggesting that he's told a friend or something that he would be open to a move back to Southampton. And Southampton are apparently keeping an eye on him, but they're a bit wary of his recent injury record. I'll come to you first, Connor, over Adam Lallana. One, do you think that this is the last that we would have seen of Adam Lallana? Do you think he moves on this window? And secondly, do you think he goes back to Southampton, or where do you think he would end up going? What would be the best move for him?
I think he'll go. I think so. I think this is the last time we've seen Adam Lallana in a Liverpool top. I think I said this in a stream a couple of days ago. I think if you play okay, the 2 games he played against Burnley and Fulham, he was very, very good. But if that's all we're going to get out of him, then sell. And I think Southampton would be a good place for him. He obviously knows the club. He was obviously there for years. And I think the rumour is around 13 to 15 million. So, all right, that is good money for an Adam Lallana. But do Southampton go with him with his current injury record? That is the debate. But I think it's a good deal if they do go for him and he can get his fitness up in any way, shape or form.
Yeah. Tobias says, not a fan personally. I'm guessing that is of Adam Lallana, so thank you for your answer there. North says, I adore Adam Lallana, but I fear it's time. Fraser says, Lallana I think should go. He's really not great and he's had such a large proportion of the wages. So Mickey, talking about that, do you think Adam Lallana is he's at Liverpool, he's not available a lot, obviously he hasn't been available a lot, he is someone that we could get off the wage bill and possibly bring in someone new this summer? What's your views on him, my friend?
Well, I personally think we've never seen the best of Adam Lallana since he's been at Anfield. I think the injuries have held him back a bit. I think it's more I don't think the club want him to go, because we all know Klopp loves him, and Klopp always comments about him, saying that I wish he had him fit all last season. We may have won the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? If he'd have been fit, because he came on and he wasn't fit, was he? Let's be honest. He came on for Salah and he was out of the game. He looked tired. But to be honest, I think he himself is looking at it. I'm not going to get regular start here. I'm at the age now where I've not got many years left. I want to play regular football. And as Connor says, he knows Southampton. He knows the team around it. He knows. In fact, he's still got a house in Southampton, so he hasn't got to really buy a new house or anything. So I think it makes sense all in all. To me, the £13 million is a bit light. I would say 20.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I want to get everyone's views in a live chat. If we do sell Adam Lallana this window, put in the live stream now your fee that you would like for Adam Lallana. I know people are saying that they'd be happy with the 15 million. I know people are saying that it's time for him to go. I've seen people say that they would accept 1 million for him. I like Adam Lallana. I wish him all the best. If he stays at Liverpool, then I hope that we do see the best of him. I hope he stays available. It's just one of them things, isn't it? That if we're not going to see the best of him now, then yeah, I agree that I think he's a player that maybe could move somewhere else. Is it Klopp's system that, he keeps getting injured? Maybe if he moves somewhere where it wasn't as high demands, he could get more game time for someone, We could possibly see someone come in that might be a bit younger, and hopefully the injuries stay away from them. But what we got to remember with anyone that we do sign is you always run the risk of them getting an injury as well. You've seen it, a few times. Ox, he come in. Arsenal fans was like, he's always injured, but we was like, nah, shut up about it. He's going to be a great player. He started playing well, and then he had a serious injury, didn't he? So there's a couple of players out there that we're being linked with that people would like to see come in. Fekir's one of them, and everyone knows about that situation regarding his knee. So it's difficult, but if Lallana goes, I want to see Liverpool get a good amount for him and not just bend over for a club and say, yeah, we'll take 5 million, because I think that's stupid. I would take 10 million, says V. Lallana is another Sturridge. Good to have, been amazing, but held back from injuries. Yes, I agree there, Ross. 10 million, says Liverpool Football Club. Thank you. Lucy says 21 million. Valkyrie's got 20 million as well. 22 million from Prez. 20 to 25 from John. 22 from Evan. Thank you to you, Evan. Monkey says 10 million plus. 15 million, but probably be 20 million because we're amazing. So yeah, basically just highlighting Edwards and his capability of getting big fees for players, basically. So yeah, Lallana, I think there's a question mark over him. I don't know whether he does or does not go. It's just, we'll have to wait and see, isn't it? Let's move on to another player anyway, everyone. Lovren, everyone's saying that if a centre-back was to come in, Lovren probably would be the one to make way. The daily De Ligt dose and stuff that we've been talking about, that's still going on regarding Manchester United today and stuff like that. I don't know. I said it. I don't think Liverpool are looking to address the centre-back area. I think Klopp is happy with Lovren, with Matip, and with Gomez to rotate next to Van Dijk. You've also got to look at Nat Phillips there. Nat Phillips is also on my list. Is Nat Phillips going to be happy to continue at Liverpool? Had a back injury, I believe, at the beginning of this season, but I think he's all right now. I think I read somewhere. But, we have got centre-back options, and Lovren is one of them. Mickey, I'll come to you first. Do you think Lovren will start to grow tired of lack of game time? Because Matip is definitely ahead of him for me for the Champions League.
No, I think he loves the club. He loves the players. When we scored the fourth goal, he was the first player running the side to jump in with him. We only sell Lovren if we buy De Ligt, for me. We need Lovren. We've needed him this season. He scored an important goal against Newcastle, which set us on our way to beat them at Anfield. Listen, we all know that he is prone to mistakes, but so are all defenders. You're never going to stop that from anyone. I think he has got better. I think his run to the Champions League last season was great. I think he was as good as Van Dijk in the run-up in all those games. But I feel, like you said, Matip has gone ahead of him. But when you're at a big club like Liverpool, it's a challenge. So Lovren's challenge now is, when he gets in, is to be better than Matip.
Yeah, that is what you want as well, isn't it? You want the players to be challenging each other moving forwards. So, yeah, Connor, what's your views, mate? Do you agree with Mickey? Do you think Lovren loves the club, wants to stay, or do you think he might want to move himself? I mean, his recent comments was saying that he would welcome new players to the club. So, let me know what you think, Connor.
I agree with Mickey 100%. I think Dejan Lovren loves this football club. I think he loves the players, he loves the staff, he loves the manager. And yes, Matip has moved ahead of him. But if Matip or Gomez gets injured, Lovren's back there again. And if he can show how Matip has done this season, show how good he has become under the Virgil van Dijk and Jurgen Klopp improving him, I honestly think we have the best centre-backs in the league. Like from first choice, second choice, third and fourth. I think we honestly have the best centre-backs in the world. Or even, I said the Premier League, but I think the world. Because just every single one of them is hard to, except for Virgil van Dijk. You go with Matip, Lovren and Gomez. You go, well, Klopp's got a headache on who to pick.
Yeah, I like that. And I really like that you look at them in that light. For me, I think if Gomez stays injury-free, Gomez has to play next to Van Dijk. For the Champions League final, you have to go with Joel Matip because I think he's been outstanding towards the latter part of this season. He deserves to be in the Champions League final. Matip and Van Dijk have got this bond. They've worked together a lot now, so they are on each other's wavelength. That's the one thing that you've got to look at moving forward, is you don't want to keep rotating and changing the centre-backs too much because they have to play together week in, week out to know where, how each other's mind works. And you saw that Alisson grew throughout this season as well because he's got used to playing with the four in front of him. So, I do feel that out of all of the centre-backs that we got, I feel that Lovren is the one that might, as considering himself one of the best defenders in the world, might push for a move out of all of them if we was to see one go. But out of this window, if we wasn't to sign De Ligt or something, I generally don't think we see any of them leave, for me anyway. I've saw the comments. I was seeing Lovren is not Liverpool's quality, says Danielle, so thank you for your views. I know that people do agree with you with that one as well. I think Lovren's been good at spells for Liverpool and he's also had his down times as well. But Joel Matip's the same, isn't he? Some people said about Gomez wasn't good enough for us. I mean, started the season amazingly. I think there is still question marks, isn't there, with a few of them. But it's the consistency, maybe. Maybe it's the consistency that is the problem. Matip has been outstanding, says Antwango. Yes, I still prefer Gomez and Virgil in the back line. We conceded less goals when that was the partnership, says Fraser. Yeah, Matip has momentum, says Pierre. Indeed he does, and that's why I'd give him a Champions League final. Lovren makes too many mistakes, says Mark. Thank you, Mark, for your views on that. Matip, yeah, I just saw that as momentum, didn't he? No play for Firmino at cam and Depay at striker, says Tobias. So they must be talking amongst themselves. Right, shall we move on to the next player then? Lovren staying then, you two said, yeah?
100%.
Yeah, thank you very much. Right, what else were we? So we just did Lovren. Origi. So a big one. A big one for everyone that's live, for anyone that's watching it back. Leave a comment down below. Let us know your views on this, of course. Divock Origi played himself into a new contract was the words that was on many Liverpool supporters' mouths, pundits. Everyone was talking about it, especially after the Barcelona game. But was he playing for a new contract or was he playing for a move away from the club? Connor, I will come to you first.
In my opinion, he's playing for a new contract because he's been, when called upon, he's been brilliant, in my opinion. And when we go on to win the Champions League, I want a statue built of Divock Origi to just to symbolise that 4-0 and that magical night at at Anfield. He just took the level up that night, and I think as backup for Mane and Firmino, because he can play on the left or in the middle, I think he 100% stays at Anfield and gets a new contract.
Yeah, love it. And that is what you want as well, I take it, Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Gary says Origi stays Dazza and co. Thank you for your views on that, my friend. Mickey, for me, I would like to see Origi stay, personally. As Connor just said, I think he's a man that scores big goals. But as my updates for today's show did say, Steve Nichols says he doesn't think that he should stay and he doesn't think that he will. Obviously, we've seen him linked with Barcelona recently. Do you agree with Steve Nichols, Mickey, or do you think that we should keep him?
You asked me a year ago, I'd agree with Steve Nichols. You ask me now, and I've changed my mind. And I also think Klopp has changed his mind. I think Origi, and Klopp has been quoted many times this season, that Origi has been outstanding in training. So he's earned his place in the side above Sturridge. Because remember, we all questioned when he played Origi in front of Sturridge. It's turned out to be one of the best things that ever happened. Without Origi, there's no Champions League final. Simple fact. Simple fact. And I think Origi has looked at himself and he's just gone, I want to stay at this club. To stay at this club, I've got to be better than I am now. He's moved forward. And I also think if anyone wants him gone, we have to replace him with like for like. We haven't got a big man up front, like a Lukaku or a Batshuayi. We haven't got that man. And he's that man. He's something different, something we haven't got. And listen, in football, as we've learned, you can't just play wonderful passing football and beat teams. Like Arsenal tried it for years under Wenger. And it worked for some games, it didn't work for others. You need plan A, B, C, and D. And he's plan D for me. And he's a brilliant plan D.
Yeah, plan D for Divock Origi. Love it. Liverpool Football Club says Divock Origi. RO says we should keep Origi. Nigel says 90 likes, let's get it to 100. Yeah, please leave a thumbs up if you haven't already. Let's try and hit 150. That'd be amazing if we could do that. Really help support the channel. Everyone in the live chat, keep or sell Origi. Let us know your views. If Origi does want to leave, I'm going to ask this quickly to both you lads. If Origi does want to leave though, Connor, how much do you think we should try and get for Origi?
About 40 or 50 million.
Yeah, big moolah. Mickey, what's your views on that?
35 to 40.
Yeah, love it. So there we go. We need the money if Origi wants to leave, but I think he will want to stay personally. We see the links, and don't forget, Origi was our fastest player in the Premier League last year. He was recorded faster than Mo Salah and Sadio Mane as well. So he's big, like Mickey said. He can be the plan D, but also he does bring more pace into the team when he comes on. Likes to drive at players, likes to be aggressive, likes to cut in. Also, the one thing that I think Divock does bring you is he does actually take shots. He likes to take shots from different areas that we're not used to seeing our first teamers do. Mane, you know when he's going to take a shot. Salah, you know when he's going to take a shot. Sometimes Divock gets in certain areas and I think he takes a shot and I think, do you know what? I wish some of the other lads would do it from that area. And I like that. I like that about him. He brings something different as well. Right, let's move on. I'm seeing a lot of people saying keep. Thank you so much to all of you lot. So we've just said Origi, Clyne, Nathaniel Clyne, the situation. I haven't looked at what's going on there to see whether there's any updates surrounding it or whatever. But Clyne, gone, stay. What's going on there, Mickey? I'll come to you first over that.
Well, I feel I would keep him. I feel loaning him out in the first week of January cost us some points in the Premier League, cost us the FA going out the FA Cup because we were struggling for cover at right back at the time. And he played well against Man United. In my opinion, he was one of the best players on the pitch that day. He's not as good as Trent going forward, but he's still a good defender. I'd love to keep him, but I feel that he wants first team football.
Yeah, I'm looking at the live chat right now. Mossy, Alex, Morgan, Pierre, Rajesh, all saying go, go, go. Ryan, 25-30 million for Divock Origi if he goes. Thank you, Ryan. Clyne should go, says Darkness. Clyne gone, again, need to cash in, says North. So a lot of the Liverpool supporters on here are saying that they believe that Clyne should go. Lucy saying I would keep him, but I think LFC will sell. So Lucy's kind of the same as you with that one, Mickey, and I think Liverpool are probably looking at Clyne as one of the players that we could sell to bring in a fair amount of money, maybe. I'm not talking tons of money, but he will demand a certain fee, wouldn't he? Connor, what's your views on Clyne, mate?
I agree with Mickey in the sense of I'd like him to stay. I think I also agree that we did lose points when we were struggling for the right back position because we had to play, I think, Milner there. And it's just, do Liverpool cash in, and does Jurgen Klopp think that Joe Gomez can be the backup, even though all of us would like him to be at centre-back, and I think he is wasted at right-back, but does Jurgen Klopp think it's time for him to go and all like that? And I think Nathaniel Clyne also, I think he wants first-team football, and he does deserve it because he's not so good going forward, but defensively he is very, very good. He's a very good right-back. And I think it all matters on the progress on the youngster that started or come off the bench against Wolves. I can't think of his name.
Hoover.
Yeah, that's it. And I think it matters on his progression because I think he could be the next right back for Liverpool, and then maybe Trent could move forward. But for me, Trent doesn't want to move forward. I don't know why he'd want to. But yeah, I think that's my opinion on Nathaniel Clyne.
Yeah, thank you very much. I've seen a lot of people, a few other people starting to come in. Trev saying Clyne is a good defender. I believe I saw another comment as well, but it's jumped on me, sorry. Saying about they would keep... Clyne. Pierre says tried to keep Camacho. Apparently we offered him a contract. What we see today is that he turned it down. So Liverpool are now going to be looking to sell him this summer. So it's very, very interesting over Clyne, because part of me looks at Nathaniel Clyne and thinks he's a good defender that can play right and left. He's your natural probably backup to both Trent and Robertson. If we're not bringing in a backup for Robbo, if we're not looking at anything else, you've got to think you've got Gomez as backup in the team for right back. Is he as good going forwards as what Trent is? No. But defensively, if you need to rest Trent, Gomez will do you a job there. You know that if James Milner's staying, by the sounds of it, he is. He's still got a year left on his contract, even though Sky Sports like to say that he didn't. He has. So hopefully we've got Milner for a bit yet, which, as Connor was saying, some games we had to put Milner back at right back. We've seen Milner play left back. I think Milner's better at left back than what he is right back for me. But we have got players that can fill in that role. So maybe Liverpool do look at Clyne and go, we're cashing on him. But I do think that Clyne has got ability. And I do feel that maybe it will come down to the fact that Nathaniel Clyne will say, I want regular game time. So he might be the decider on this one. Thank you to everyone that's given us your views on Nathaniel Clyne as well. I think this is really good the way this is going with everyone going live with us with this. Right, Bobby Duncan. This is a weird one. I'll go to you, Mickey, on this, because we saw a couple of rumours. I said on one of my update streams, might have been just under a week ago now, and I said Bobby Duncan apparently doesn't really see a first team future for himself. He's still young, and part of the rumours was saying that he might, be willing to go abroad. He's been fantastic for the youth setup. He's one of the youth players, so it's not anyone that's going to affect the first team, but I think he's got a brilliant future. What do you think on him, Mickey? Do you think he's a player from the youth setup that might leave?
Oh, he scored the winning goal in the... he scored the equalising goal, which got us the equaliser in the Youth FA Cup final. He's a fantastic player. I'm sure he's top scorer in his age group. He's got a great partnership with Galazzo. The Liverpool youth team management think he's got a great future and a future in the team. He's probably looked and thought, God, them front three, I'm not going to get into there. Me personally, I'd loan him out to another Premiership club, try him out, make him sign a new contract, and if it doesn't work out, sell him for big money next season. Because you can't sell him for big money now because he hasn't played first team football. I don't know what your thoughts on that, Daz.
Yeah, I agree. I think a loan move would definitely suit him. I mean, Pritesh has kind of hit an nail on the head with where my views are. Loan him to Rangers. I thought you got Steven Gerrard there. That why not loan him to him? Of course, that makes complete sense, doesn't it? And maybe Gerrard might even be looking at him, to be honest. But yeah, I don't want to lose him for sure. I think he's a very, very good player. He is ripping up the youth setup, and I knew that before he come to Liverpool anyway, that he was very highly sought after. I remember us signing him, and I didn't watch him. I didn't know much about him. All I could see everyone online was we've signed a very, very good player, and he's done very good for Liverpool. So, yep, he's one that I want to see stay at Liverpool. But if he's that good of a player and in his head, he wants to progress in a team that he thinks that he could end up a starter, it does make sense to maybe loan him out and see how his progression goes. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I was a bit worried when I saw the rumours, to be honest. Connor, what's your views on him, mate?
I agree with both of you. I think that he's a very good up-and-coming player. But for me, I'd loan him out to a top championship team because... So obviously the league down from the Premier League, and if he could do well in the Championship, then I think he could do well in the Premier League.
Yeah. Well, we do see that that's kind of a common theme, isn't it? That we do test them like that. I mean, look, I see Tobias saying loan him off to Germany, and then Pierre saying he can't sleep over the final. Try and get some sleep, mate. We still got plenty of time to get some sleep in before that. Can't wait to see Brewster in action, says Oro. Loan him to Brendan Rodgers, says Morgan. Connor, what's your views on that? Do you think Rodgers would be looking at him, really? I'm sure that, mate, I don't know whether he's at the level maybe that Rodgers might be looking at. I think he's a very good player, but to play at that level yet, what do you think about that?
I don't think he's ready for a Premier League loan yet, but, well, to be fair, Brendan Rodgers did bring Raheem Sterling through, so who knows? Yeah,
I mean, Lucy's saying, no, Duncan should be tested in the Premier League. So, a few of the fans are saying put him in a Premier League team, see how he does. If he does well for them, then get him back into Liverpool's team, basically, is a gist of what I'm taking from it, and give him a shot. Klopp is one of the best managers in the world for looking at youngsters and saying, you're good enough, I will give you a shot. Mickey, do you think do you think he's ready for the Premier League?
Yes, I do, but not Leicester level. Leicester are looking at higher up because they're on the verge of breaking into the top six clubs. And they've won the Premier League. They've got ambitions with Rodgers. If you look at their side, they've got Maddison, Chilwell. They've got a really good core backbone of a side. If they improve on it, could go on to challenge us for the title. And people can laugh at that, but everyone laughed at them a long time ago when they won the Premier League. Nobody thought that was possible. This Leicester side are a very, very good side. It's too much for him. I would say somewhere on the lines of if Aston Villa go up, they're going to be short of a striker because Abrahams is going back to Chelsea because Chelsea got a transfer ban.
Yeah.
Aston Villa could be a good shout.
Yeah. Aston Villa then, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, Aston Villa maybe, that sort of level. Lubac says loan Duncan to a team who has a high pressing game. Someone that's similar to Liverpool, isn't it? Someone that's similar would be good.
Aston Villa, they play a high pressing game.
There you go. So Mickey is adamant now that we should be loaning Bobby Duncan to Aston Villa if he's on loan. What Connor, did you like the idea of maybe loaning him to Rangers, to Steven Gerrard?
Yeah, I think Gerrard could probably get the best of him. I think for me, the championship team I'd like him to go is maybe Sheffield United.
Yeah.
They're in the Premier now, by the way.
Yeah. Are they? Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, yeah, they are. I haven't played. That's another rumor.
Oh God. Right. What was I going to say? So, with today's news about Shaqiri, it's only rumours, as I've got to stress, but Shaqiri being linked with a move possibly out of Liverpool. What's your views on that, Connor?
Like, if there's any truth to this, then why? Because Shaqiri has been, well, for the first part of this season, he was brilliant, and then he did quieten off towards the end, obviously because we went back to the 4-3-3, but in the Champions League game against Barcelona, I thought he definitely rose to the occasion. And in my opinion, I think we need to keep him. He's a good option to go back to the 4-2-3-1. He can be there to be behind Mo Salah in the 4-3-3. And in my opinion, just keep him because he is a good squad player at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, Tobias says Shaq needs to stay. Trev is spot on. He needs to stay, like 13 million. You will never get better for that money. We're yet to see the best of Shaqiri as well, for me. I don't think we will ever see the best of Shaqiri unless he plays week in, week out. What's your views on that, Mickey?
I love Shaqiri. He was if you remember, last close season, he was the player I was most excited about. The fact that he came on and smashed 2 goals against Manchester United, he should be a god for all us Reds.
Yeah.
And what we don't realise, since Christmas, he's had an abdominal injury, which has kept him only on the bench, which has come out just recently. He's looking back to himself, and in training, he's the one, when you look at the Champions League build-up, that's saying we've got a great team effort. This story about him leaving, mate, I'm going to keep it clean as well, is BS, mate. BS.
Yeah.
There's no way in this world, and I'm telling you now, he is a 60, 70 million pound player, and he will break into that Liverpool team next season.
I love that. I love this confidence from Mickey here. For me, I agree. I don't see the story linking Shaqiri out. I think if a team come in and try to offer big money for Shaqiri, then I actually kind of have this feeling in my head that maybe Liverpool would look at it because we did sign him cheap. He isn't someone that does start week in, week out for us at the moment. So maybe that, in a business sense, makes sense for Liverpool to do. But I think, personally for me, I would like to see Shaqiri carry on playing for Liverpool. He seems very happy. He talks very nicely. Everyone was talking about before we signed him, his attitude is bad and stuff. But we've seen none of that. He hasn't played regularly, and we haven't seen any of that. He just looks like he feels at home at the moment, and I want to see it continue. I want to see better from him, of course. But I think he's got that in his locker, and that's what we said. For how much we pay for him, someone to have as much ability as what he's got. I saw online the other day, someone said Shaqiri is going to have a montage of all goals and assists and stuff that he had scored and done in his career, and his grandchildren are going to look at him and think he was Lionel Messi or better, because some of the stuff he has done in his career has been incredible, hasn't it?
To me, he brings experience of winning titles, which he did at Bayern Munich. He's been around a bit. He's even had a relegation battle with Stoke, which has probably made him a better player. Because you talk about players that he's been around, and he's been at big clubs, and he knows what it's like. And he knows at a big club, you don't go there, you're not first choice. Yeah, he knows this. And I've not heard him moan. Every time I can't remember, we scored a goal, and the first person Klopp hugged was Shaqiri. There's a great bond. I don't understand. I keep hearing stories every week about Shaqiri's not happy. He wants to leave. This is going on. We're going to sell him. I just think it's people out to get us. And they're jealous that we only paid £13 million for him. And I really think that's what it stems down to. Yeah,
I agree, mate. Jade says, hi Daz, nice to see you back, been a long time. Good to be back, Jade, nice to see you, thank you for joining us today. Mark says, think Klopp fell out with Shaq. I haven't seen anything about that, Mark, so that's interesting. If that did happen, then who knows, I haven't personally seen it. Have either of you two seen that?
Nope.
The only thing that's been mentioned from Klopp to him is that it's taken Shaqiri a while to get used to the new system that Klopp plays.
Right.
But he's got. Yeah. But from from what I get from that is they think next season he's going to be ready to go. And he thinks the same about Keita. He thinks they both struggle with the new system, but he believes the second season they're going to be better. And I really think Shaqiri is going to start in the cup final. Anyone agree with me in the chat?
Yeah, please put it in the live stream if you think Shaqiri is good enough to start in the Champions League final. He was part of the team that did destroy Barcelona 4-0, so that's an honourable mention there. For me, Shaqiri stays. I believe Connor and Mickey both agree that he stays as well. And put it in the live chat now. Shaqiri, stay or leave. But a lot of you were saying keep him anyway, so we did get a lot of your answers. Liverpool Football Club says agree. I personally don't agree, says Fraser. Camacho looks set to leave for Wolves and might see Neves go to us.
Yes.
You know, Mickey's a big favourite. You know, he really wants Neves to come. He thinks that you still on the same wavelength. You think Neves to Liverpool, mate, this window?
If not this window, it will happen. And I think he'll step us up a level because he's the kind of player that we haven't got. He may be the missing link that we need. And he can also play the 6, the 8. And one thing we don't do is when things get tough, we don't take long shots. And he's great at long shots.
Yeah. I said it before. He reminds me of Xabi Alonso in some ways. And I never really compare players, but it's just a deep-lying playmaker with the ability to ping a ball like he does. I think he's very good at it. Shaq to stay, says Rizla. Shaq stays, quality player, says Jada. Thank you so much to all of you that have said, you know, I'm seeing so many of you saying about staying. And Wango says definitely agree with Mickey. Yes, he is to stay, says DZB. Thank you to you, my friend. Lee says all our new signings have found it hard to adapt to our style, but Klopp takes his time till they are ready and it pays off. Yeah, Klopp doesn't rush his new signings in, does he? He never does that, and we've seen that it's benefited most of them, to be honest, and it's really good. I mean, look at Fabinho, for instance, as one of the most recent ones on my mind. Everyone at the beginning was saying, what's wrong with him? We've just signed him, we're not seeing him, he's hardly playing, and now he's one of the first names on the team sheet, surely. Lucy says like Neves, but I feel Ziyech is a type of player that could take us up that level. So obviously we spoke about all the players leaving. The last one on my list to talk about leaving, Woodburn. Maybe one of the forgotten names I don't really see many people talking about, but I'll come to you first, Mickey. Does he stay? Does he leave? Is he loaned out? What do you think?
To me, he's been the most disappointing of our youth team players come through. That when he first broke in, I thought, wow, this kid. And he broke into the Wales side at the same time and scoring important goals. And I thought, God, this lad's got a great future. But he seems to have stood still.
Yeah, I wonder what really did happen there. Some people would say maybe if he was at a different team and got first team football regularly or whatever, that he probably would have gone on and did what everyone expects him to do. But I don't know. For me, I looked at him and I thought, yep, we've got a player there. And then all of a sudden, I saw him play a few more times and I thought, he just doesn't look like the same player. So it was very, very hard. And I wish him all the best. If he does leave, I do wish him the best. But I see, look, Rizla's saying Woodburn leave. Sell Woody, sorry, says Ron. Yeah, I'm down with that. I think Woodburn maybe is one of them. If I had to pick Wilson or Woodburn to leave and one to stay, Woodburn's the one that I say leaves and Wilson's the one to stay. Connor, I'm going to you, mate. What's your views on Woodburn?
I agree with Mickey in the sense of when he first broke into the team, it was like, wow, like our academy is doing well, like bringing fresh young talent into the first team. But I think his loan move to Sheffield United knocked his confidence out completely. I think he looked at that transfer and I think he thought, right, this is my make or break. I either do well here and then I prove to Liverpool that I can go on and be a starter there. But I think he only played 3 games and that was only 1 or 2 minutes off the bench. And it's a real shame because when he did come in, like I said, he was fantastic. He looked really fresh, but it's just gone downhill. I think maybe we loan him out, but I don't think we keep him in any sense. I think it's either a loan or sell.
Yeah. Lee saying he went out on loan to Sheffield and done nothing. I would sell him. I think we should sell him, says Fraser. I think Wilson has much more potential. Fabinho found it hard to adapt. Still think he has room to progress, says Mark. Yeah, I think we've still got the best to see from Fabinho as well, mate. Yeah, interestingly, I really do. Please leave a thumbs up if you've enjoyed today's live stream and all the updates as well at the beginning if you haven't already. It's been really good to talk about the players that we think are leaving. And I think with Woodburn at the end there, it's not someone that really is being spoke about much at Liverpool. So I don't know whether it really affects too much if he does go. But I'm going to go to you, Mickey, quickly. How much do you think Liverpool will try and fetch for Woodburn if he is to go?
8 to 10 million.
Yeah, Connor, what's your views on that, mate?
12 to 15, I think.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And to all of you in the live chat, put how much you would like to see Woodburn sold for if you do. If you're one of them that would like to see Woodburn kept, don't forget, I know that some of you will have different opinions to what me, Mickey or Connor has, and we respect that. So don't feel that you can't put it in a live chat because it's about getting your view heard always on this channel. Woodburn's still young, so could still go on to be an absolute world beater. So is he another player that maybe we want to put a buyback clause in there? Oh, Mickey, what do you reckon?
To be honest, all the players that we're on about, all the younger players that we're going to sell, we should put a buyback clause just in case. Yeah, just in case.
You've got to cover yourself, haven't you, I guess? If they're young enough to be able to do it, I think you should.
And a sell-on. So if we choose not to do the buyback, let's have a 20% sell-on. Because look, Chelsea have just made a lot of money from Hazard moving to Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah. It's just smart business, isn't it, really? And I think that's the one thing that you can definitely look at FSG and say, business-wise, they've kind of got their head wrapped around it all, haven't they, now?
Yeah, I mean, when they first came in, it was very critical, and we were critical of the transfer committee and everything else, and we didn't like it. And some of the players that we brought in weren't the right ones. And to me, they were misjudged and misguided by certain people in the football industry because they were new to it. They've learnt quick.
Yeah, sorry, Mickey, go on.
Yeah, and to top it all off, Manchester United today have announced they're going to copy the transfer committee that's at Liverpool. So that just goes to show how much forward thinking FSG has brought to football.
Yeah, well, there you go. Their players that are leaving their club, Herrera saying they need to be like Liverpool and their fans need to give them time like Liverpool's fans did. You know, they just want to basically be Liverpool, and it's amazing because we are the best team in the world and every club should want to be like. Because I'm going to say, with FSG, I felt like for a while they just didn't have the right people and things in place. And once that all happened, that's when we've seen the progression start to kick in. So it's good to see. I'm just going to live chat over people's views on how much they want for Woodburn. 10 million, says Fraser. 10 million for Aro. 5 million for Shea. £1, says Rizla. So he's really not bothered. 12 million for Mark as well. Thank you so much to all of you that did put your fees in there. Right, that pretty much sums up what we needed to talk about today. Don't forget, we did do the daily update stream, daily updates at the beginning of today's stream as well. So if you did miss that and you want to find out what's gone down with Liverpool today, then you can scroll the bar back to the beginning. Hopefully it's still there on the live stream, or just leave it an hour and come back On the Bench LFC and you'll be able to just watch it from the beginning and see everything that I went over at the beginning. God, that is a mouthful sometimes. And of course, if you are new to the channel and you're watching for the first time, but you want to get your views heard on Liverpool, you want to keep up to date with Liverpool, transfer news, gossip, done deals, breaking news, all that stuff, and just Liverpool in general, then consider subscribing and joining the NFC family. It would be good to hear what you have to say as well. Mickey, Connor, is there anything else you want to say regarding outs for Liverpool?
I think we've pretty much covered it. I think all the ones that are obviously going out are out, and I think there are a few debatable ones, but I think this team is on the way up in the way of transfers. Yeah,
I think so as well. Mickey?
The only thing I will say is there's a lot of rumours saying if one of the big boys want out, we'll sell them for massive money and we'll replace them with massive money, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be one of the quietest close seasons Liverpool have had. They will buy, but they'll buy for cover, as we spoke about earlier. I can't see anybody else leaving. If you do, you start eating into the squad, which means then you've got to spend money.
Yeah, definitely. Right, thank you so much to both of you lads. It's been an absolute pleasure getting you both on, getting a team together to do this stream. And I hope you both enjoy the rest of your day as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate.
See you all soon.
Welcome.
Bye.
Cheers, lads. Brilliant. I love getting them on. Right, let's just sort this out quick, and I'll jump into the live chat for a few minutes, and then that'll be it for today. Right. Let's get in the live chat. What we got? So Hero says, "Hey Daz, have a good summer. See you for pre-season." Indeed, my friend. And you, Hero. Hope you have a good summer as well. Love Fabinho. He's a beast in our midfield now, says Ian. He is. He really is. Trev says, "Take care, everyone. Take care, Trev, mate. You look after yourself. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day." Rizzler says, "Daz, I'm new to this channel. Can you do a segment soon about Nicolas Pepe? Because he's a genuine target and he looks young, hungry and talented." Rizzler, obviously, it's good to have you on the channel, my friend. Hope that you enjoy the content moving forwards as well, and I look forward to hearing your views on everything. Nicolas Pepe, obviously at the moment with the links and stuff, if you go onto the channel and look, there will be one of the streams with the thumbnail with Nicolas Pepe and the rumours to Liverpool. The latest regarding him is pretty much the same as what I did on that one. So if you want to find out what I thought on it, it will be in that stream. But yeah, moving forward, you know, if Liverpool look like we're going to sign someone, or we do sign someone, then we will be talking about them players in depth. Me, Mickey, Connor, you lot. Anyone does have chance to phone into the show. On some of the live streams we do take just call-ins on Skype in general from all of you. So hopefully we do get to talk about such good players as well. Good show, Daz. Thank you so much, Cornwall. Thank you for joining us today. Lee says, "See you for another stream tomorrow." Oh, Lee, I need to say to everyone before they go, I won't be doing a live stream tomorrow, everyone, because it's my birthday tomorrow, so I am out all day. So there's no point in me trying to update you with Liverpool if I'm not actually looking at anything Liverpool related. So I hope that you all understand that one. I'm just taking one day off for my birthday. 31 tomorrow, and hopefully the Greys stay at bays. LFC will bring in 3 players with little outlay as players are being sold. I think you're very right there, Lucy. I think the players that we do bring in, again, the net spend will probably even out pretty much because we've got players to spend, and with the money that we make this year as well. Guess who's back? Liverpool better strengthened, says Leroy. I hope so. I hope we do. I trust Klopp though. I trust he knows where we need to strengthen and what we need to do. And Edwards will be the man when he does the deals for us. Happy birthday, Daz. Thank you, RO, mate. Thank you. Hope you all have a fantastic day tomorrow. Obviously, I won't be able to talk to you tomorrow, but I hope you do all have a fantastic day. And obviously, if I don't reply to messages tomorrow, it's just because I'm with family, all right? But I'll be back the day after with all the updates. So, yeah, Mig says, Depay to score a hat-trick at Old Trafford next season. Migs, we could see it. We could, couldn't we? Heavily linked with Liverpool. It's hotting up by the day, Depay. Happy birthday, Daz. Thank you, Mark. Happy birthday to my mate. Thank you, Luccan. Trev says happy birthday. Thank you to all of you that are saying happy birthday. Daz, you look like a young Russell Crowe. Rizla, yes. My name is, what is it? I want to say my name is Gluteus Maximus. Happy birthday, Daz, mate. Thank you, DZB, my friend. And says, you're a baby, Daz. Yeah, I am really, anyway. I feel like I'm getting old though, the old body. When I get off these live streams, because I've been sitting in the chair, I'm half aching, my legs and stuff when I get out of bed these days. The greys, like I said, the greys are creeping in the beard and stuff, but I'm still young, you know, I'm still fairly young, aren't I? Join the Facebook group, says Mickey. Yeah, of course, everyone. If you're on Facebook and you want a Liverpool group to join, you've got On The Bench LFC, Liverpool FC fans group. You can talk to Mickey and Connor on there. If you enjoyed what they had to say today, then you can go on there and ask them questions. When the live stream finishes, they will be on that and we'll talk to you on that. And please, if you're on Twitter, give at On The Bench LFC a follow as well, because I do retweet stuff Liverpool related. I do talk to people on Twitter a lot as well. Right. Well, that will do us today then, everyone. Thank you so much to everyone that joined. I hope that we do hit 150 likes. That's always the target. We've been smashing it recently anyway. Like, you lot are absolutely amazing. You're the best fans in the world, of course, because you're Liverpool fans. But massive shout out to all of you. What we're doing with this channel at the moment is incredible. You're all sharing it on social media. You're doing the likes. You're, interacting on the live streams. I couldn't do it without all of you, honestly. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much to all of you, and to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. I really look forward to hearing what you've got to say on Liverpool moving forwards. Thank you so much to you all. I've been on the bench, LFC. You've all been legends. I will see you in the next one.